I didn't even refill my coffee, and I had full intentions of looking glam the first time that I shop, but here we are. I need to get away from social media. I was basically like just sitting here, and it's 6:54 in the morning. I do my best to work like as early as possible, and I'm sitting here and I'm typing about YouTube videos I want to make. Meanwhile, I have a YouTube video playing in the background by one of my favorite creators, JCS. I already watched this video, but I find that sometimes in the winter I turn to media that I've already like watched and I've already consumed. So the biggest corporate to this year being Gossip Girl. I watched Gossip Girl when I was in high school, and this year I got the honor to go to New York. So when I went to New York, in order to prep myself for New York, I started watching Gossip Girl like midway through. Like now I've gotten to the point where I'm trying to be more conscious about the media that I consume, because I know that like subconsciously it's planting seeds, right? Like everything is always planting seeds in us. And so I'm trying to like kind of shy away from some of the content that I've been watching and introduce new content that is actually like good and fulfilling to me, which is why I want to start making content, because making content is something that I always wanted to do, and somehow I always kind of like put a little stop in my making content process, and then when I put a little stop, I don't come back. So basically I'm just like, bruh, let's get a video out. At the same time, I feel like we're in a really transformative time, and so I know that we can all feel it. We can all feel like energy shifting right now and things like moving for the better, like deeply in our souls. And so because we are in a transformative time, I'm even questioning more, why am I rewatching old content from like previous points in my life? And so sometimes what I want to take from this is like, maybe I need to connect with that like past version of me. Like maybe I need to write them a letter. There's so much of me that I want to change, that I want to like implement new habits of like creating and painting more. I'm an artist, by the way. If you didn't know, let me put you on to my art. The Polola, that's my baby. Basically, I'm an acrylic painter. Sorry for the lighting change. I'm literally like learning. So when I was little and I was growing up, I know that I would fall asleep listening to TV and like watching TV. That was the big part of how I would fall asleep. And I know that the original intended way for my mom to have us fall asleep was through prayer, but that's not what I did. But she might be onto something. This is the first time I'm saying it out loud, so I'm like, she might be onto something. Basically, I've been listening to frequencies when I fall asleep now. I've been listening to whatever it is that can help me kind of like soothe my mind and like meditate. And then I also have been trying to wake up and do the same, like listen to my mind first, because yo, it's bad what I'm about to say. The other day, for like the first time in hella long, I didn't grab my phone and I didn't grab my tablet, and I went to the kitchen and I did my little cat's food. I played with him a little bit, I made my coffee, and then I sat down. And by the time that I sat down, I kid you not, I had had probably like 30 or 40 thoughts. And I was like, whoa, there's a lot of thoughts that pertain to me and what I'm working on right now. And a lot of the times I don't give myself the chance to even get there, because I wake up and I'm like, what should I watch? And like, I'll just like, even if it's a meditation, or even if it's like, I mean, a meditation is good, but even if it's a spiritual teacher giving a talk, or even whatever it is, like watching those things in the morning has an effect on us. And I don't necessarily think that, well, the black screens and tablets have not been intended for us to be able to grab them at every single moment in time the way that we can now. So basically I'm just like, let's unplug. I really avoid my thoughts. I avoid asking myself any questions. I avoid like checking in. getting on my phone and just seeing stuff immediately obviously affects the way that I think, and it affects the way that I do things, and like little things like that. So trying to unplug and trying to just be like away from the computer as much as possible when it comes to consumption. I'm like, if I'm creating, that is something entirely different, because that's what I want like these tools to be for me. Like if I have a camera, I want to record content. If I have this, I want to draw on it. I just want to create, and like I've always been driven to create and to learn, and like these are the things that I want to use the tools for, and not so much like, you know, scrolling and, or I always have this excuse that it's going to be difficult for me to get off social media when I work off social media. I mean, I see people post like I'm taking a social media break all of the time, and I don't know, I work off social media. Like I always have to like be posting my stuff, like my art, my prints. New art does the best, and so seeing that, and also like seeing how slowly I produce art, I'm like, holy shit. But that's why I want to change over to YouTube too, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to share that I'm doing in my everyday that I feel like would be better in long video. I think that setting apart times during the day where I'm like, okay, this is my social media hour, and I just go on social media for 1 hour, make a couple of posts, schedule a couple of posts, or whatever it might be, because that's all really that it takes. And then like the creating part of it, that's the part that takes the longest, because creating, a lot of the times I'm not just creating a video. Me like grow, they have helped me get opportunities on both Instagram and on TikTok. They have helped me connect with people, put my art in coffee shops. A couple of like weeks ago, I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted to kind of like meditate on like my Monday and like my Tuesday. And look, right here in my meditation event is like, as soon as I woke up, I did a meditation. But when I was in the bathroom, I literally clicked on a video about watching less social media or less media, and finding out what triggers the need for media, whether it be boredom, procrastination, or anxiety. I mean, I think they all have a little role here. I've been on and off failing. I mean, for the most part, I'm being more conscious of getting more things done. But Monday do tend to be a little bit easier than other days. And I still watch media. And then this was like a couple of weeks later, bruh. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I just probably went into like consumption mode instead of creating mode. And like yesterday I asked myself, like, what's it gonna take, girl? Like, you need someone to come in here, lock you up, and be like, you can't get out of this room until you film a YouTube video. Like, you just can't. And then I was like, no. But then I also thought, honestly, if somebody did, a YouTube video would get filmed, edited, posted in probably a couple hours. You know, like the way that they do in like the TV shows and in like competitions, like you got 2 hours to bake a cake, and suddenly you make the fastest cake you ever baked in your life. That is my mentality right now. And then I also wrote down, record yourself on camera doing mindless activities while watching YouTube videos. And clearly that was my only idea, because right now when I sat down, I was like, let me record myself working while I watch this Casey Anthony video. And then I was like, no, I had enough, girl. You got stuff to say. Let's just talk. Let's just fucking talk. Like, you are trapped. No, I'm just kidding. In a way, like, I just want to break apart from it. I want to break away from like the consumption that I have towards social media. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if this resonated. I filmed this like a crazy person at 6 in the morning. Yeah, thank you for watching. I love you.